Hello, this is Haley Rogan, and I'm going to be going over our build we are doing right now in Tech 9. This build is called Wright Racers. We made remote control airplanes. There are 6 different components to this build, and I will be going over them in this video. Part of this big project was building all the parts in Fusion 360. You had to build almost all the parts, and this was fairly quick. This included building the motor, the propeller, the main body of the aircraft, the wings, the horizontal stabilizer, the vertical stabilizer, and lastly, the landing gear. This took you about 4 days to complete. After you built all of your parts in Fusion, then you assembled them all together to make your plane. Once you assembled everything together, then we had to put it into an engineering drawing. This included putting on dimensions on different views of your plane. This was probably the fastest step. It only took about a day. The third step was, after you finished your engineering drawing, it was construction time. Our wings and vertical stabilizers were made out of styrofoam. Our main body was made out of a foam block. When you made your wings and your vertical stabilizers, you cut the piece of styrofoam with a crafting knife. And for your main body, you used a scroll saw to cut it. For your motor, you had to solder your cables to your male jack plate, and you also wanted your wings to be elevated so you got lift on your plane. The fourth step was, after you were done with your construction, it was time to test your airplane to make sure it could fly. My airplane flew its first time when testing. Many times while you're testing, your plane will crash and break into a bunch of pieces. Mine did this several times. Every single time you test, you want to modify it to make it better. One way I modified my plane was to decrease the weight and make the wings shorter and elevate my wings. The last step was to comp your Wright Racer. The goal was to see how fast you could go around the pole in the shortest time. My first comp was 25 seconds, and my second comp was 24 seconds. We were going to do an agility comp, but we ran out of time. So that was the 5 steps to building our second to last build, the Wright Racers. This was a really fun build, and I'm excited to see what place I got.